Hello and welcome back to the channel. This time I've got something quite different because this is actually a video of something that I'm going to be putting up for sale, um, possibly on eBay. It's a project I've been working on for a couple of months now, with the idea of taking the Commands and Colors game and replacing all of the wooden blocks with an individual figure, as many as I can. I'm now at the stage where I have got two quite nice armies, nice sized armies. You can see there that every hex contains a unit of 4 figures or 3 figures, as per the game rules. But one thing I have, excuse my dog in the background. One thing I have learned is that I'm just not I'm a painter, not a gamer. And I've had a couple of goes at getting this game up on the table, and I just can't get on with it anymore. So I've just decided the best thing I can do is to pass it on to somebody who might really be able to enjoy it. I'm going to go in and take a look at the individual figures in a minute, because they're all Essex figures. Because they're so robust and they don't bend and break, they're all gloss varnished, heavily gloss varnished for the handling that they're going to need as individual figures, based on 15mm metal washers, textured and really nicely finished, I think, and painted by myself, of course. I'm going to be selling it on eBay, I think, for £200. Now, you're going to get a lot for your money here. You're going to get all of these painted figures. You're going to get the beautiful mat, which is a printed roll-up mat by Rolling Mats, beautifully printed, beautiful colour, as you can see there. You're also going to get all of the box game tiles. You're going to get basically everything out of the box game except the box itself and the original map, which I used for something else some time back, which was the reason why I replaced it with this beautifully printed mat. The mat alone cost me about £40. And I think it's really, I'm going to take you in close and have a look in a minute. So it's all the components from the box game, including the dice and all the markers, everything you need to play this game. All the tiles that sit on there. The hills, I've just made some little 5mm foam board hexes just to show that they are hills, and obviously block line of sight, etc. All of the rules, all of the square trackers, and basically everything that comes with the game in the box you're getting. I showed the dice, didn't I? But there's, you know, the classic Commands and Colors Napoleonic dice. The rule book explains everything. So all it is basically the entire game are the 3 sets of command cards, all the command cards, everything that comes with it for £200. Or it'll have to be a very near offer, because I think there's about £140 of actual figures here. Let's have a little run along the lines and see what we've got. So we'll start with the British. We'll come in here. No, sorry. Oh, what have I done there? Right. Well, they're French Lancers that for some reason I've put with the British. So let's come this way. Horse artillery. 3 blocks to an artillery unit, plus the gun there. And then we've got all of the infantry, 4 blocks, 4 figures. Nice little red edges of the washers. And you can see they're quite nicely painted. They're nicely painted. Command figures are all there. Highlanders there. Light infantry there, 5 blocks. British light infantry, very good troops in this game. Very good quality. Guard infantry there. The little gold patch on the side denotes them as guard infantry. The commander sitting in the hex with them. These are not in the hexes, but there you've got British Heavy Cavalry, Scots Greys of course. British Heavy Dragoons, 3 blocks per unit for these. British Cavalry, French of 4. Just going on the British Cavalry, so we've got Hussars, light dragoons. So that's 4 units of British cavalry, loads of units of British infantry, British foot artillery, 3 blocks. At the rear there are Dutch-Belgian infantry, Brunswick infantry, so these are your allies, and you've got a Dutch commander there as well. Coming on to the French, we have on the right here, I can't do much with the light, so I'm sorry about the light, but we have French, they're classed as militia in this game. Marie-Louise, sort of recruits, you can pick them out, the recruits, because they're wearing their greatcoats and covered chapeaux. French heavy cavalry, so we have there Carabiniers and Cuirassiers, commanders, mounted commander there, and we're just coming along the mass of French infantry here. Loads and loads of French infantry. There are a good 160 figures all in here, all painted nicely. French foot artillery, and on the hill here, guard artillery, guard foot. And then we're just coming along. I hope you can see these. I can't get the light over any further. I hope you can see these. These are French light infantry, because you can see from the plumes. Line, young guard. No, they're light infantry actually. Yeah, I can tell the difference. Dragoons, 4 dragoons. Just pick one up for you. You know, they're all nicely painted. All of them are nicely painted. I'll go in a bit closer in a minute on that. And at the back here, more light infantry, the green and yellow plumes. Another commander, and we're coming back here. I think that's Old Guard, and that's Old Guard, 4 figures, really powerful infantry. We only got 1 unit of those in this game, and beside them Young Guard with the tall white and red plumes. There's the great man himself, no doubt riding Copenhagen. What can I show you? What else are these? These are, French dragoons I've shown. I'll just go in a bit closer now on some of them, just so you can see what you're going to get for the money. It's going to be my idea was to make it as attractive a playable game as possible. So there's your Cuirassiers. There are your Carabiniers, your French heavy cavalry there, the 2 together. And I'm not really sure that I can show much else. The Lancers, I don't know what, let's bring them back. I don't know what they're doing over there. We'll bring them back, as I say. They're all Essex figures. I'm going to come right up now. All Essex figures. All nicely painted. Heavily gloss varnished, because they're going to have a lot of handling. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with Commands and Colours, there's loads and loads of stuff out there about the game. It's a brilliant little war game. It's a board game, of course, but here converted to playing with figures. I'm just steadily going around so you can see the quality of of what you're going to get. As I say, I'm asking £200. I can only ship to the UK because that's where I am, and they will be sent. I'll probably use. What's the company I use now for my shipping? By the way, I am a painter. I paint a lot on commission. So you're getting nice figures here. I'm trying to think of the name of the company. There's your Hussars. Light Dragoons. I'll pick one up for you. Have a look. See if I can get it in focus. I think you can see that they are nice figures. I like the gloss varnish, but also if you're going to have a game where you're, putting back of his unit, on there boys, there we are. One's facing the wrong way, he's on the retreat. British light infantry there, as I said, they've got the yellow marker down the edge. There's another unit there. 5 of those, Very good quality infantry in this game. I think I've shown the Scots Greys. Always a favourite. I should just add, although the game is actually based on the peninsula, let's pull out a bit now. The armies that I've put together are 100 Days, 1815 campaign, just because I like them. So you may not be able to play the scenarios in the booklet, but what you can do is just set up a really nice war game, board game, that looks very attractive, has a really nice feel to it. The figures feel lovely when you pick them up because of the gloss varnish, I think. You know, you can shuffle them about, and you've got here everything that you need to set up and play a really good sized game. I don't know what there is, 16, 17, maybe 18 units aside. So it's a good sized game. You know, you couldn't really get too much more on there. A few cavalry units aside. So, as I say, I'm asking £200. You get absolutely everything here you see here, plus more that you can't see here. All of the terrain tiles that come with the game, all of the rule books, the square tracker, which if you know the game, you'll know what I'm talking about there. Whoops. And I've just knocked it all up in the air over here. They're back there. Whoops. There's also in there somewhere, I don't know if I can see them. It could be here. The light's so bad. But there is a unit of Nassau troops, and I think that's them there actually. On the French side. So I've tried to get all the different types in for the 100 Days campaign. If you're into the 100 Days campaign, Waterloo campaign, you can have a really good game with this. There's your guard at the back here with Napoleon sitting in front of them. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show. I'll just show the quality of the printed mat here. Sorry, one second. The quality of the printed mat is absolutely brilliant. I ordered this from Rolling Mats in Spain. I think the mat was about £35, which I thought was really cheap. Look at the quality of the graphics on those sides there. You know, I thought it was really cheap. Plus, it was about 10 quid in £10 postage, and it arrived within a couple of weeks. And I was so pleased with the quality of it. It's wonderful. All the edges are all stitched. It rolls up in its lovely tube, although I'll probably have to, you know, I may not be able to include the tube. If I can, I will. If I can, I will. Simply for the sheer size and weight of the thing. But so you're getting everything here. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, if you're interested, and you have any questions you want to ask me, please just ask away, and I'll reply. I can count up the figures, but you can see how many of them are. That's everything. I've just got everything out of the box here, figure-wise anyway. There's loads of tons of terrain tiles and different configurations that you can use. I know some of the people that know me for a long time are probably going to think I'm mad because I've done this and I've been saying that, you know, for a long time I've been saying that I'm just not a war gamer anymore. I have been in the past. The conventional big table games, and I was looking at some of the reviews from Salute, which was this weekend, just gone. And I used to absolutely love going to those things. But I've just lost interest over the years, probably decades. But I can't help paint. I'm addicted to painting soldiers. So yeah, there's your counters. There's all your tokens for your squares when a unit goes into square, etc. The rules themselves, if you've not played Commands and Colours, are quite straightforward to learn. But there's an awful lot of play, and there's some things that really capture the essence of Napoleonic warfare. You know, your combined arms attacks where you can send infantry forward supported by artillery, or, you know, cavalry retire and reform, and all sorts of things in there, form square, and it's a fantastic game. I'm just not a game player these days. Um, so if I'm really just asking to get my money back, or looking to, I'm not making any money on this. I've spent about 40 pounds on the figures, 40 on the mat, you know, and the painting time over a couple of months. I've enjoyed painting them. I've enjoyed putting this together. I really like the look of the game as a whole. So you can see it's a board game, but it has quite a conventional war gamey look to it, I think. Um, right, so I'm going to leave it there because I'm up to 16 minutes, 15, 16 minutes now. Sorry again. As I say, any questions, please ask me. I'm looking for £200 just to get my money back, really, and a little bit for the painting. It's not much. I just want somebody who's going to buy it and enjoy it. So, okay, we'll leave it there. I will upload this later on. And that's it. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Any questions, as I say, just ask away. I'll tell you exactly what you get for your money. Probably be PayPal, because I'll probably spend it on something else in the hobby anyway, or my other hobby, which is model railway. I think I get more pleasure from that now. Okay, let's leave it there. Cheers for now. Bye.